Hi there, my name is Matt Cole, and I am co-producer of the Sexperts Podcast with my good friend Brian Garrity, and we are here. Well, actually, Brian's not here. Sorry, I'm used to saying that, but I am here sitting with the co-hosts of How Embarrassing Podcast with Molly and Jeff. Welcome, Molly, Graham, and Jeff Beaulieu.
Yay! Pow, 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 pow.
You could say that Brian's here within all of us.
Yeah, he's always in my heart.
He's in us.
He's been inside me a couple times.
I feel like, honestly, like, not physically, but just like he's been in me.
Oh yeah, every day I wake up, I have
I'm like,
my coffee. I have my coffee and my cigarette, and then
Yeah.
and then I let Brian out.
At first, it sounded like your dog, but then I was like, no, he's talking about a shit.
Yep.
Brian is a little shit. But anyways, he's not here. Let's talk about
he's
people
not.
who are here.
Yeah,
Molly and
I
Jeff.
agree.
It's us.
Hey!
It's us.
So I have the.
Am I too loud?
No.
Sorry.
Always.
I feel like my volume is turned up in my headphones.
It's not.
Okay.
It's just that you're
No.
screaming all the time.
Yeah, it's turned up in your vocal cords.
It's just that I'm annoying. Cool.
Well, I have the honor and privilege of producing you in the How Embarrassing Podcast. Tell our many listeners in Alaska, what is How Embarrassing Podcast and why should you listen to it?
Okay, so How Embarrassing is a podcast where we talk about just everyone's embarrassing moments in their lives. And it started when I was talking to Jeff and I wanted to start this podcast, and we both realized that we were completely shameless and just
Yeah.
didn't care who knew about our terrible, embarrassing moments. But it's been really fun to just talk to people and get their embarrassing stories. And a lot of the time, people's embarrassing stories are not really as embarrassing as they think they are.
No. Which makes me think that, like, most people have, like, everyone has embarrassing stories to tell, but they're filtering themselves.
Yeah.
Guys, you gotta stop
Guys,
filtering
if you come on the
yourselves.
fucking show, don't fucking filter yourself.
No.
Yeah,
please.
I mean, it turns out that me and Jeff are putting it all out there.
It's you guys really do. I mean, in Russia they call it kompromat, stuff to use for blackmail purposes, but here we call it a podcast.
Yeah,
Hey, you can't blackmail me if I tell the world about it first, you know?
yeah,
That's a good point.
it's truly, that's what's going on. I'm
Most-
just like, let me just get it all out there before someone else digs this dirt
Right?
up.
Most
You can't Me Too me if I Me Too myself.
Yeah, that's exactly right, Jeff.
oh god.
That's how it works, right?
Yeah, most of the guests have shit stories, and that's all it
Yes.
is. It's like, but everybody shits themselves.
Right.
Oh, I know. People think that shitting themselves is the most embarrassing thing, and that's literally the
not.
least embarrassing thing because everyone does it.
I don't think I've told one story about shitting myself.
You
but
haven't?
I don't think so.
I keep telling them just because other people do it. I'm like, let me make you feel better.
I have
did
another
it
one.
too.
Except for Andrea Allen's shitting. Did she tell that on air or no? Oh, I forget now.
No,
She had a
No.
shitting story that she
Yeah.
didn't tell.
Yeah,
But
she
she
told that
sold
off.
it on her own podcast before.
That devil.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys have gotten some great guests from Push Comedy Theater and some outside guests. Oh God, what was your friend's name? He's gonna kill me for not knowing.
Johnny Coleman.
Johnny Coleman, just like a guy that you met at a wedding.
Yeah. I met him. I didn't meet him at the wedding.
Oh.
I met him just in Chick's Beach, though.
Oh, okay.
Like just random. By
that's fucking
happenstance,
crazy.
I
And-
met that guy.
And
Yeah.
Andrea Allen, stand-up comedian and podcaster.
Yes.
Gilbert Gottfried.
Yeah.
Yes.
You've had on the podcast. God.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Well,
He just said his voice was really annoying and embarrassing the
see,
whole time.
he has your challenge too, Molly. He's like,
We actually,
too loud on this thing?
yeah.
Can't tell.
Well, we actually,
Jafar!
we famously, we couldn't air that episode because he used way too many racial slurs.
Right. So sorry, guys.
same with the guy who played Kramer. He was not a good guest.
Yeah.
His embarrassing story was about dropping some bad words.
Yeah.
And he
we were
dropped
like,
them again, and we were like, dude, you could have just said the N-word and
There are
not
actually-
the actual N-word.
Yeah, there are actually a lot of episodes that we have in our like underground catalog that
Oh,
we
man.
could not
Yeah.
release
And I've
because they're
edited
too
you guys a
crazy.
lot. You
Yeah.
guys just
Oh
go-
yeah.
You don't want the unfiltered podcast. All right. So besides How Embarrassing, what else you guys have going on in theater and comedy?
God, what else do we have to live for?
On January 17th, 10 p.m. on a Saturday. 10 p.m. on a Saturday.
Okay.
We will be performing a show.
Okay.
It's a great show, dude. Don't you know?
He's still doing it.
I don't know that much of that song. That's right.
Okay.
Well, I've never seen Hamilton, so I can't sing along.
Yeah, me either.
Neither has Jeff.
So wait, what show is it? So
this show,
Oh, yeah.
this show is called "Dump Me Like One of Your French Dudes," and it is a collaboration between two Norfolk, Virginia comedy groups.
Nice.
Sketch Me Like One of Your French Girls and the Dumpster Dudes are coming together to put on a show at the Push Comedy Theater.
Nice.
So we have that coming up. I also would like to promote Girl Prov.
Yum.
It's the girls' night of improv comedy at the Push
Yes.
Comedy Theater, and it's the second Friday of every month. And I've been doing that for like a year and a half now.
Congrats.
And, still going.
It's a pretty new cast too, right?
Yeah. We just switched up the group like 2 months ago.
Nice. And you made it. You made the cut, Molly.
I made the cut, which honestly,
Don't know what they're thinking there.
I didn't know what they were doing.
That is a really fun show, and that's at 8 p.m.
Yeah,
Push
8
Comedy
p.m.
Theater.
Push Comedy Theater in Norfolk, Virginia, in front of the pod.
That's one of the best shows at Push.
And Jeff is not in that. Usually, you guys are in everything together, but Jeff. is
People
in that.
assume me and Jeff do everything together.
We've never done improv
And
together.
me and Jeff have never performed improv together.
Yeah.
We have never been put on the same stage.
Damn.
Not in open gym. Not
not in open gym, not in teacher's pet. Me and Jeff have
Not
not.
in Herald. Oh,
Yeah.
short form.
We did short form, but I don't
Doesn't
think we
count.
ever
Short form
really.
doesn't
Well, I don't. I
It
feel
counts.
like we never were in like
fucking
the
counts.
same. We were in like the same games or anything. Like I really don't think I've ever
Well, there's that one time
performed with you.
we were doing the game Freeze, and I put my hands up and went, "Hands up, don't shoot."
Oh no.
And Matt Cole edited us very quickly because horrible way to start a scene.
Yes.
And then I just like realized what I did instantly, and Molly also just put her hands up when I said that. So we just were frozen, like, and I was just like laughing hysterically. at
Okay,
my
so me and
idiot
Jeff
self.
famously have only been in one improv
That was the
scene
one
together,
scene.
and it was edited immediately.
That was the
But yeah, it's literally like every like free like open gym thing, like anything we go to that we're like we'll
Yeah.
sign up together. We have never been
It's
improvisers.
It's like in elementary school when it's like the two kids, you put them together, they're always going to chatter.
Yeah.
That's what it's like. We can't put you
no,
guys-
I think they separate us on purpose.
Yes, you're
yeah.
going to be disruptive.
Oh no!
And by the way, that scene, Improv Riot with the hands up, don't shoot, that was the first time I edited you, but not the last. And
That's true.
it won't
Honestly,
Won't be.
we're bad.
be. Yeah, see, disruptive.
We're bad little kids.
Let's see. What else you guys have going on?
Harold. Yeah. Harold Night is the third Thursday of every month. We are on separate teams. I'm on a
Because
team.
we cannot be put together
Right.
or we get in trouble.
My team is called Breakfast for Dinner.
Nice.
Fun name.
My team is called Koala Wallet.
Did you come up with that?
I actually didn't, but people assume I did because
Yeah.
it's dumb. Like people are always like, "Oh, that's Molly," and I'm like, "Actually, no." For once.
What about if you guys do like an Improv Again team with
Never.
yourselves on it?
Okay, well, here's the thing. Me and Jeff here and my boyfriend Barrett Sigmund in front of the pod did sketch comedy together.
Nice. Yes.
It was called Third Wheel because one of the three of us is always the third wheel.
Right.
It's not usually me, but sometimes it is me. But we did 2 Sketch-mageddon shows, which is like a sketch comedy performance night. So that's like a 15-minute set, and my dad famously was there for one
Did
of
he like
them.
it?
He actually loved it. My dad is a huge supporter of.
You guys did some dirty stuff that night.
Oh, he
Yeah.
loved it though.
We showed the entire audience Disney porn.
Yeah, we did.
What about third wheel going into the improv land?
Ooh.
That I think could be fun. We would have to convince Barrett. Barrett,
He's been retired.
Barrett famously retired from improv comedy.
You know who else came out of retirement? Michael Jordan came out of retirement and nailed it.
Wow, we should tell him that.
I think honestly, if we if we give Barrett 2 to 3 beers, he would come out of retirement.
I think so.
He would do it. Like if he was just a little buzzed, he'd be like, "Oh, fine, I'll do it."
I'm not horrible.
He talks like Jimmy Stewart.
You should just sign up his third wheel and tell him like, don't worry,
He'll be like,
you're not gonna be in the show.
audience, and then we'll slip him drinks and be like,
Mm-hmm.
Barrett, the other person dropped off. We need you, and he'll be like, "Oh, I'll do it. Oh, fine."
I like how in your mind Barrett is Jimmy
He
Stewart.
is. That's what he talks like.
Like a North Carolina Jimmy Stewart man.
I know. He's like, "Oh, my lip's bleeding, Clarence. Oh. Zozo's pedals." I'm like, "Yeah, come on, do improv."
Let's see. Anything else? Oh, and I want because you are really bad at mentioning this, but you are a business owner. You make Low Blow Candles, Low Blow Candle Co.
I am a business owner. Yes,
Mm-hmm.
I make candles. They're soy wax candles,
Mm-hmm.
100% vegan and natural. And yeah,
Who cares
I make
if
them.
a candle's vegan? You're
People
not going to
do.
eat it.
You would be fucking shocked. People give a shit about.
Do
that
they
kind
eat
of
their
thing.
candles?
Apparently, but yeah.
No, you mean like not made out of beeswax or not used?
So yeah, like
or lanolin?
paraffin, like there's no like synthetic waxes in it. It's just
Synthetic
soy
is
wax.
vegan.
Synthetic is vegan.
My
God.
car is vegan.
Anyways, let's just trust her. But I will say that I had a girlfriend who was vegan, and she refused. And this blew my mind because I'm be nice to animals, but she wouldn't.
Beeswax, right?
She wouldn't eat honey, and I was like,
Right.
"That's blowing my mind." It's like it's like a byproduct of bees, and she's
Yeah.
like, I don't quite get, but I want to understand.
Well, don't they eat the honey? No.
I don't know.
They
how-
eat the nectar and then they throw it
The
up. and that's
bees
honey.
make the honey, so vegans don't eat honey because it's a
But what do they
byproduct
do
of an
with
animal.
the honey? What do they do with the honey?
They don't. Here's the thing.
They don't?
Everything's stupid.
And I don't-
Buy low blow. So I have my own
the
business.
bottom line.
I have my own business where I spend a lot more time than people think. It takes a lot of effort, and I make candles,
Well,
handmade.
let's tell them how much. I actually don't know how long does it take to make one candle.
So I do them in batches, usually of like 8 to 12, depending on how much I can like pack. Because it's like chips of wax that you get, and I have to like kind of pack them into a little pitcher and melt them down, and then add the scent and all that. So usually to make a batch, it takes me about an hour, and that's for like 8 candles at a time. So
60 divided by 8. Do the math there, Jeff.
So on days when I'm making candles like for like a festival or for my friends, like I usually will spend I'll take a day that I have a full day off from work and spend my entire day making candles.
7.47 minutes. Is that right, Jeff? 7.47
Per candle.
per candle. Well, yeah.
But yeah, it
that is
does.
correct.
I mean, it does. It does actually like take a lot more effort than people think it does, and I actually like with my labels and my packaging and stuff. Like I took a lot of time to design it. I paid for my logo for my company. I don't have any like graphic design skills, so I paid one of my friends from college to do the logo, and it like
It's awesome.
it's been,
It's a cool logo.
it's quite, and it's quite the investment that I've put into my candles. So hopefully I think in the future I'll be able to have time to focus a little bit more on my business, but because I am someone who works like 2 to 3 part-time jobs at any given time,
You're working hard for the money.
I just work a lot.
And to Mrs. Smith Rogers and your chemistry teacher, guess what, Mrs. Smith Rogers? Molly did apply herself.
Yeah.
She has her own business.
Yeah, idiot. Have you ever even freaking heard of me? Probably not. Stupid.
Did I get that right, by the way? Did you do the math?
Yeah.
Was it
7.5.
Exactly?
7.5
Yeah.
minutes per candle.
Yeah.
Oh,
You said 60 divided by 8, right?
yeah. Is it
Yes.
7.5? Okay.
Huh.
Okay, well,
Fun math.
Oh yeah, it does.
Jesus, this
It's-
podcast is fucking
Yeah.
crucial.
I know it does. Like, I would like to put out there that I do
Yeah.
work very hard, despite what people think. I feel like people assume I just like don't care.
This has become like a pre-wrestling, like, I want people to know out there that I work hard. I'm going to murder you.
Yeah,
Oh.
I work hard and I'm gonna murder.
What would your candle wrestling name be?
Good question. Good question.
Okay.
Just warming up to the host game. I like this.
Yeah. So if I was a candle wrestler, I would be White Hot Wick.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That's a good wrestler
That's
name.
actually a
White
good
Hot
name.
Wick.
Yeah.
White Hot Wick.
I would be White Hot Wick and I would melt your ass on that wrestling ring, bitch.
Nice. Whoa.
We should start our own wrestling podcast.
Yeah.
Ooh. Sean Dever would be into that. Okay, well, thank you guys for being back on the show. I forgot to mention you guys are returning champions.
I was about to say, sorry we talked for so long. I
No,
feel like
this part has gone longer and longer, and it's two people, so whatever.
I
but
feel that I spoke for 20 years, and I'm sorry.
you speak for the trees and the bees. So- let's see. So, how many times have you been on Sexperts, Molly?
Me? I think this is my third.
And Jeff.
I was
This is
on.
my fourth or fifth.
Oh.
I was gonna say I was on once by myself, and this is my second time with Jeff.
Right. But I also went on with Austin and Lindsay one time, and then I went on with Doorprov one time.
Jeff was a Sexpert slut.
Yeah, Lindsay,
Oh,
R.I.P.
I live for this. Oh, yeah, R.I.P.
We miss her. Sorry, I'm a bitch.
All right. Well, thank you guys for being back in the show. We are on to the episode.
Oh my
Bye-bye.
God, what?
Bye. Oh, my God. Bye. See you later.
I can't believe I've only been on 3 and Jeff has been 4.
Have a good life.